It's me again. I'm back. I'm doing lesson 34 with you today. Aren't you guys getting sick of me teaching you math yet? I mean, every single day it's the same thing. Math. That's okay. I'm just kidding. I like teaching the math with you because it's kind of fun. Yeah, some days it's not as fun, but it's fun. So let's look at lesson 34 today. All right, lesson 34. I can model problems like 8 minus 8 and 8 minus 7 with pictures and subtraction sentences. Model. What's model mean? I can demonstrate, I can show, I can tell you how to do it. I can model it, okay? So that's what we're doing today. Now, you gotta have a Reck and Wreck bracelet again today. Guess what, guys? Still don't have a Reck and Wreck bracelet, and I bet you don't either. So I'm gonna use my Reck and Wreck that I do have. We're gonna use Miss Singleton's Reck and Wreck bracelet that she has to help us visualize or to see what we're doing, but you also have to write. So we're gonna need number bonds today, sentences today, okay? So make sure you have something to write with or a whiteboard, okay? First things first, gotta get that brain going. So we're gonna go do a sprint, okay? You're gonna go do the sprint. Remember, with the sprint, you are going to fill in as many of these as you can in 2 minutes. Now let's look at these sprints. I have 2 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 3 minus 0, 4 minus 0. Wait a second. Minus 1, we're taking 1 away. We're taking 0 away. That's not too hard. I can do that. And if it is hard, I know strategies. Okay? Use those strategies we've been talking about. We can count backwards. 2, take away 1. I just gave you the first answer. Hurry, go do it while you still remember it. Fluency, 2 minutes. Come back here. We're gonna start with our application problem. All right, guys, Detective Ray's in the house. Let's read our case file that we have for today, and let's see if we can solve this mystery. All right, let's look at it. Remember, good math detectives always read through the entire thing so we know what we are solving for. Let me move my chair out of the way, and let's look at this problem. All right, listen carefully. 83 beads spilled to the floor. Did he just say 83 beads? Oh my goodness. Oh my, let's keep reading because that's a big number. Let's keep reading. A student picks up 1 bead. How many beads are still on the floor? Write a number bond, number sentence, and a statement to share our solution. Guys, we are solving a big number today. I don't know if I'm ready to solve big numbers. Are you ready to solve big numbers? Oh my gosh, what if we don't know how to solve big numbers? What am I talking about? Oh, we got this. We can do this. But first, let's find out what we have to do in order to solve this. I have to write a number bond. I have to write a number sentence, and I have to write a statement. Okay, so I know that I have to do a number bond. I have to write a statement. Do I know if it's addition or subtraction yet? No, if I don't know, leave it blank. And I have a statement, but remember, a statement is a sentence that answers the question, which brings me to my next question. What is the question? How many beads are still on the floor? Okay, this we can work with, people. Let's look for clues. 83 beads spilled on the floor. Did you hear that clue? 83. 83. Now, that's in word form. We need to write it out in number form. So let's write 83. 83 is 8 tens and 3 ones. Simple as that. Okay? Now, am I going to sit here and draw out 83 beads? No, I would be doing that all day long. I don't have long, do you? I don't know about you, but I really want to go play outside. So let's keep looking for clues and see if maybe there's an easier, more efficient way to solve this. A student picks up one bead. What's my clue there? The one bead. How many beads are still on the floor? Okay. I need to figure out what sentence sign I'm going to put in my number sentence here. Am I going to put an addition sentence or a subtraction sentence? I'm going to do subtraction because I have 83 on the floor, but I take one away because I picked it up. So I'm going to subtract, okay? Okay, now that we know that, we can take the two numbers we do have and we can put in some information. So is 83 a part or a total? It's my total because I know that there were 83 beads on the floor. Now, when I write a subtraction sentence, what number do I start with? My total. So I can put 83 right here. Now, my next number I have is a 1. Is it a part or is it a total? It's my part. It's the one part I do know. Now, I'm going to erase my 83 and my 1 because I've got them in my sentences now and my number bond. Now, what do you think is going to be the most efficient way to solve 83 minus 1? Because I'm not going to draw out 83 just to mark out 1. What was that? Did you say we could count backwards from 83? Are you sure? Yeah, we can. Because I know that 1 less than 83 is 82. So I can say 83 minus 1 is 82. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick, but don't tell anybody. This can be our secret. I'm going to look right here at my 3 and say 3 minus 1. What is 3 minus 1? Let's see, 3, take away 1, left me with 2. I put a 2 there. So is it really 82? Yeah, because I have my 8 in my 10's place and my 2 in my 1's place. So now I can put 82. Am I done? Did we solve this case? Did we write a number bond? Yep. Did we make a math sentence? Yep. Did we make a statement? We didn't do that yet. Okay, well let's go back and read our question so we can answer it. How many beads are still on the floor? There are 82 beads still on the floor. Period, because it's a sentence, okay? So, did we solve this case? Do we know how many beads are still on the floor? Pick one up. Yep, we know that there are 82 beads still on the floor. Guys, give yourselves a pat on the back. You solved a really big number sentence. Look at this, 83 minus 1 equals 82. Did you think you would already be subtracting big, huge numbers like that? It's crazy, right? And you know what? Using what we've already learned, we knew that if we had 1 less, we were just going to go backwards. We were going to count back 1 more. So good job, guys. Erase your boards and let's get ready for our lesson with Miss Singleton today, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to pause so I can get ready too. All right, guys, make sure your board is clean. Make sure you're ready to go. Remember, you don't have the Rec and Rec bracelet. We're going to use my Rec and Rec today and Miss Singleton's Rec and Rec bracelet on the video. But you still need to help me write out the number bonds and the sentences. So make sure you're ready to do that. I'm going to go ahead and share with you and put this in a big, and let's go.
Hello, welcome back, students. Today we will be modeling pictorially and as subtraction sentences. Here's what you'll need for today's lesson. Take a moment to collect it, and then we'll get started. So I need you to stretch out your bracelet into a long line of beads.
Remember, mine is already out.
How many beads do we have now?
Remember how many we had?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Got 10.
Take 10 beads away.
I take them away.
How many do I have? 0.
How many
Very
left?
good. Write that as a number and complete your number bond.
Okay, I'm going to pause it. So let's think about that. We started with how many? We had 10. So let's make our sentence first. We had 10 beads. We took away, so that's our minus sign. How many did we take away? She told us to take 10 away. And how many did that leave us with? 0, because we had nothing left. So let's put that in our number bond. We had 10 as our total, because remember when we subtract, we start with our total, our biggest number. We had 10, we took 10 away, and we had how many left over? 0, good. Okay, let me fix that so you can see it a little better. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Okay, so let's see if our number bond and number sentence match hers.
So I started with 10. 10 was one part, and 0 was the other.
That part we got right.
Minus 10 equals 0.
And we got that part right.
Let's try another one.
Okay.
This time, I want you to start with 8 beads.
All right,
5, 6, 7, 8.
Got my 8 beads right here at the top.
Take 8 beads away.
Just take them away.
How many are you left with?
We're back to 0 again, guys.
0, very good.
So let's write that.
Let's complete our number sentence and number bond.
Okay, I'm gonna pause her so we can have a few minutes to do this. Now, how many did we start with? We started with 8. How many did we take away? 8. And that left us with 0. Now, how am I gonna fill in my number bond? Because remember, we're subtracting. That 8 at the very beginning is my total. 8, we took 8 away, which is our part, and we're left with 0, our other part. So let's look and see if our number bond and number sentence match hers.
8 was my total, 8 was one part, and 0 was the other. 8 minus 8 equals 0.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's start with 7 beads.
Okay, let's put 7 beads on here. All right, I've got my 7 beads right here.
5, 6,
I'm gonna
7.
put these over here.
Take 7 beads away.
Okay, let's take them all 7 over here.
How many beads are we left with?
How many do we have left over here? Nothing. We have 0 again.
0.
Okay, so let's write ours out. How many did we start with? We started with 7. How many did she tell us to take away? 7, which gave us 0. Remember, if I fill in my number bond, I'm going to put this first number at my total. This 7 is my part, and 0 is my other part.
Started with 7. 7 was one part, and 0 was the other. 7 minus 7 equals 0. Your number bond and number sentence should look like mine.
We do so far.
Okay, you try 6 minus 6.
Okay, so let's put 6 up here on our reckon rack. I'm going to take these away. Oh, hold on, guys. Sorry, guys, let's do this again. Okay, so we need to put 6. Here's our 10, so let's make 6. I'm gonna get rid of those. Here's my 6, okay? she told us that we need to take 6 away. How many do you think we're going to be left with? So let's take all 6 and move them down here. How many am I left with? 0. So let's write that first as our number sentence and then as our number bond. If I start with 6, take 6 away, I have 0 left. Now, let me erase this. Remember, 6 is our total because that's our biggest number we have. We took 6 away, which is part, and then we have 0 left, which is our other part. Now I'm going to fast forward through our video to see if we can.
I'll wait while you work on 6 minus 6.
Well, we already.
6 equals.
Were we right?
0.
Yes,
Let's
we
try
were.
something different.
Okay, before we move up. Oh,
And number bond.
sorry, guys.
How many equals 0?
Okay, now before we move on, let's look at this. We said 10 minus 10 equals 0. 8 minus 8 equals 0. 7 minus 7 equals 0. And 6 minus 6 equals 0. Do you notice a pattern? Remember, we talked about patterns all over math. So I noticed that if I had one number and I took that whole number away, it gave me 0. Each time I took that whole number away, it still gave me 0. So if I said I had 5 and I took 5 away, what do you think my number is going to be? 0. Okay. Look for patterns. They help you solve things. So let's look at something different. So I'm going to erase everything I have up here. I'm going to look at a different way to do this. We're still going to do our number bonds and we're still going to do our number sentence. So let's make our number bond ready to go. All right, my number bond's ready. Let's look and see what she wants us to do next.
0. Let's try something different. Start with 10 beads.
Here's my 10.
Take away 9 beads.
Ooh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's move those all the way down here.
How many beads are we left with?
Just have 1. Did you come up with more?
1.
Yeah.
Very good. Write the number sentence and number bond to show what you did.
Okay, so let's pause. Let's talk about that. We started with 10. We took 9 away, and that left us with 1. So 10 is my total because it came first. 9 is a part, and we left with 1. That's my other part. Let's see if we were right.
I had 10 as my total.
You know what? I'm gonna fast forward her.
9 was 1 part. 1.
Look at that.
Let's start with 8 beads.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. Oops.
Let's start with 8 beads.
I'm gonna pause so we can get this ready. We're gonna start with 8 beads. So let me count out my 8. Okay, here's my 10. I'm gonna make 8. So here's 5, 7, 8. So that gives me 2 here. So let's put 2 down here. All right, so here's my 8 beads. Let's see how many we're gonna take away.
5, 6, 7, 8. Now, take 7 beads.
Ooh, here's 3, 4, 5, 6,
How many are we
7.
left with?
I just had 1 again.
1.
So let's write that as a number sentence and a number bond. So I started with 8. I took 7 away. I was left with 1. Remember, 8 is my whole or my total. 7 is a part. 1 is my other part. Now I'm going to fast forward a little bit, see if we're right. Let's see. Oh, I didn't hit play.
Minus 7 equals 1.
Ooh, look at us.
Let's try another.
All right, here we go.
That was really easy for me to show 7 beads. Why was that easy?
Because we know that this is 5, 6, 7. Look,
Because our beads are colored and you know they are 3s and 5s. So I had 5 and I needed 2 more to make 7. Now I want you to take 6 beads away.
Okay, so start with our 10. Here's 5 and here's 6. So let's take
What
those
are we
6
left
away.
with?
How many do we hear? 4.
1.
Wait, what?
My number bond.
Hold on. Let's go back. All right, let's listen again.
Minus 7 equals 1. Let's try another. That was really easy for me to show 7 beads. Why was that easy?
Well, we know that there was 5 and 5. We already talked about that.
Because our beads are colored, and you know they are.
Miss Ray heard the wrong number.
So I had 5, and I needed 2 more to make 7. Now I want you to take 6 beads away.
Oh, okay. So she started with the 7. Miss Ray, wrong. I am so sorry. So we start with 7. We're going to take 6 of those away. There's my 6. Put them all over there. How many left with? Just the 1.
What are we left with?
So let's write that out.
1.
We had 7.
The number bond would be
We took
7 as my
6
total.
away. We were left with
6
1.
is 1 part.
Remember, 7 is
and
our
1
total.
the other.
6 was a part, 1 was the other.
7 minus 6 equals 1. Now, looking at these problems that we just did, I want you to talk to a partner, or you can just talk to me.
What did we do
Tell
with
me,
these?
how are these problems similar to each other?
They all went down by 1. Look, 9, 7, 6. So 10 minus 1, 9, that's 1 less. 8 minus 7 is 1 less. And 7 minus 6 is 1 less.
Yes, I agree. The answer is 1 every time. Let's try a few more. This time, try to complete the number system and number bond without using your beads. Then, check your number answer using your beads. Okay, are you ready? Let's try 6 minus 6.
Okay, so let's look at this. I'm going to erase my board. Now, we talked about this. We said 6 minus 6. If we have something that is a whole number and we take that number away, 6 and 6. If I have all 6 of something and I take all 6 of those away, what am I left with? If you need to check yourself, you can use your fingers. So we could say 6. If I have 6 and I take 6 away, how many am I left with? 0. I have nothing. I have none left. All right, let's see. I'm going to skip. Oh, look at that.
The part is 0.
Mine looks similar to
Let's
hers.
check our
Oh, I
work
forgot to put my
using
0.
our beads. I have 6 beads. If I take 6 away, how many am I left with?
We said it. We said 0.
0. Great job. Let's try another one. 6 minus 5.
Okay, I'm going to leave my 6 minus 0 up there, but I'm going to change this. And I'm going to put 6 minus 5 equals. Well, I know 6 is my total and 5 is one of my parts. Wait a second. That 6 minus 6 is 0. 5 is 1 less than 6. So do you think 6 minus 5 might be 1? Let's use our fingers since we don't have our beads. So if I have 6 and I take 5 of those away, what am I left with? I'm left with 1. How about that? Let's see if we're right. Let's see.
5 leaves me with 1. So 1 is my other part.
Look at that.
Let's check our work using our beads. I have 6 as my total. If I take 5 away, I'm left with 1 bead. You're doing great. Try 8 minus 8.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna erase my 6s. And she said this time we're gonna use 8 minus 8. Whoops. All right, I know if I have 8 in the beginning, it's gonna be my total, and the other 8 is gonna be my part. If I have 8 and I take 8 of something away, I'm gonna get 0. Let's see if we're right. Look at that.
I'm left with 0. Our work is correct. Try 8 minus 7.
Okay, I'm gonna leave my 8 minus 8 up there, but I'm gonna change this part. So she said 8 minus 7. Ooh, guys, I'm seeing the pattern again. I'm seeing that she said 8 minus 8 equals 0, but now she's telling me 8 minus 7. And I know that 7 comes before 8. So if I count backwards, that's still just 1, right? Let's check. So if I have 8 and I take 1 away, how many did that leave me with? 7. So I know that if I have 8 and I take 7 away, I'm left with 1. But how do I put that in my number bond? 8 is my total because it comes first. 7 is one part, 1 is the other. So I know that 8 minus 7 is 1. Let's check.
And I'm left with what?
How about that? We were right. We have 1.
1B. Good work. Try 9 minus 9.
Ooh, 9 minus 9. Okay, so let's pause it. 9 minus 9. I'm going to erase all this. 9. Take 9 away. Gives me I bet if I have 9 and I take 9 away, it's going to give me 0.
9 beads. Take 9 away. How many are we left with?
0.
0. You're so good at this. Let's try one more. 9 minus 8.
Remember, we look for that pattern. If 9 minus 9 is 0, 9 minus 8 is going to be
9 is my total. This time, 8 is one part. 9 minus 8 leaves me with 1. So 1 is my other part. Let's show that using our beads. 9 is what we started with. If I take 8 away, I'm left with 1. Good work today. Now, as you're working on your problem set, see if you can figure out how to tell quickly that the answer to a subtraction problem will be 1 or that the answer will be 0. Today, you will be working on numbers 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, and 17. You'll have 10 minutes to complete this. You did really well modeling pictorially and writing your subtraction sentences. I really enjoyed working with you today. See you soon. Bye.
Bye, Miss Singleton. All right, let's start this. Oops. All right, let's look at our problem set really quick and see what you have to do. You've got a lot of numbers on there today. You've got a lot of problems you have to do, but that's okay. These were pretty simple today. So let's look at a couple real quick. I can get it back on. There we go. Let's fix my camera here so you can see it too. And let's look at this. Remember, good number is always read the directions first to figure out what we have to do to solve. So our directions say cross off to subtract. So look at that. I have 6 and I'm taking 6 away. So I'm going to cross out 6 of them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to cross out all of them. How many do I have left? None. I have 0. I have 0 left. So let's look at number 2. If I have 6 and I take 5 away, 6, and I'm going to take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are left? Just 1. Okay. Let's look at this problem. Subtract. Make a math drawing like those above for each. I have to draw on this one. I'm going to draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to take 7 of those away. I have 0. I'm going to draw 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to cross out 6 of them this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That leaves me with 1. Okay. You are going to go do your problem set and your exit ticket. Your problem set directions on which ones you have to do are in your instructions in Google Classroom. So go look and see which ones you have to do. Make sure you're following the directions so you get full credit for it. Do your exit ticket, and then you can submit it to me. I'll grade them. And then we're done for today. So you guys are ready for your next assignment, and I will see you guys for lesson 35. Bye, guys.